do something cool tonight. I've got a lot of balsa baits we're gonna run. Let me fix this thing. Holy smokes. Gotta get some background in here. Let me get the background going. There we go. There's a little bit of background. All right. So tonight I've got a ton of balsa baits. We're gonna move a bunch of cheap stuff too. But look at here. Look at these catching concepts. These are pretty tough to get. Some of these are a year or two old. Look at this. Look at this guy. This one's not balsa. These are made of California redwood. And it gives you wood. Well, check out this little Jimmy Eater right here. Jimmy is my favorite bait builder of all time. And I come across a bunch of these. They are all in great shape. Look at the full job on that guy right there. So yes, catching concepts are legit. I got several different models. So I got that one full. Look at this. Look at this one. Woo. I don't know all the model names. I just know they catch fish. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do something different tonight. Uh, we're going to do you bid and you get a choice. So let's see here. So here's all the catching concepts I have. So what we'll do is we'll start a bid at $10, and as these are, I usually do everything in a dollar, but these cost me quite a bit of money to get all these, and so I'll do a bid, and you get your choice of which one. Like these are, I believe this is the little Hermie. I could be wrong. That's a beautiful bait, by the way. These dive about 4 feet. These guys here run about 6 to 7, and then you got this big fat guy. That's putting on. We say, oh, fatso, and see you can see when this was made. This is 2023. It says Herman 2023. Yeah, these are about 30 to 35 a piece. So what we'll do, and then you got this little round bill. You don't see as many as these round bills. Look at that crawl. That's beautiful. So you guys can get a choice, and so I'll run one catch custom. Here's the Jimmy Etters I got. I got a couple fulls in here. This is a sweet little round bill model. This is very. Notice that purple back. That's like a DC9, a brown crawdad, and you got a purple back. I'm sorry about my fingernails. And then this is one of my favorites. I've got a couple of these in my personal box. This is an Etters Gooch, a root beer chartreuse Gooch. That is a fish catching machine right there. I'll tell you one that really catches fish. Look at this guy. Does this not look like a coulter crank? Does that not look like a baby pig? So we're gonna run balsa tonight, and you get your choice. You get your choice of whichever one. I do have a reel. I'm just gonna talk to you guys for a few minutes before we get into it tonight. Yep, Jimmy Etter, and he no longer makes baits. So no, I just happened to run across a good deal, and I decided to take advantage of that because everybody's been wanting me to run a bunch of balsa baits. Uh, my wall back here of display baits is getting good. I want to give a little shout out here to the Bullfish. Darius gave me a couple of these. Uh, these are a couple baits Darius gave me. These are NFS, not for sale. Give y'all a little balsa bait education real quick. If I can get this unhooked. There we go. I'm not sure who made this one, but check this out. This is hot. Thank you, Darius, for this. This is kind of a great combination. My favorite, chartreuse purple. My card, Tony Bishop. All right. So if you guys watch B Harris, he runs some Tony Bishop stuff. I know Rougarou does. That is a beautiful color. I'm saving that when water hits about 55 degrees here in the spring. That's going to come out and play. And this is a Buddy Mac, and he recently passed. And no, I can't run it, man. That's a gift from Bullfish, and that is a beautiful, very similar like to a Norman Lavender Shad or Norman Flake, and that's a Buddy Mac. I love that design. That's almost very similar to like Flat Max. I do have another Tony Bishop that I got randomly that I found in a tackle box. Um, I'll show you real quick. I just happened to find it again the other day. I think Darius gave me this one as well. I gotta show you these two, and then we'll get on with some models. Oh shit! I've got my chartreuse and purple shrine over here. Wearing sweatpants. It's freaking cold over here in Kentucky. Check this. Oh, that's awesome. I believe, is this a Tony Bishop too, Darius? Look at this guy. That is definitely like that crackleback. Oh man, that one's sick. That's on my personal collection. And this, I was told this is a Tony Bishop. It's very similar. Oh, Jonathan Seacrest. That's right. Jonathan is really doing awesome. By the way, I think he sells her on whatnot. I love that. I like that bigger profile. And then we got this guy. Looks very similar to MVP Monkey Brain Leafer paint job. That's a little bitty guy. I like that too. I was told that's a Tony Bishop. Old one. So also, guys been asking about reels. I've got a reel tonight. Brand new, in the box. I got a Shimano. Well, it's not in the right box, but I've got a Shimano SLX XT, never been used. Uh, and I've got, it comes with the SLX HG box, but it's never been used. I've never put line on it. I had it extra. I'm running it tonight. So you guys want a reel at a good deal? I think I got it set. I'm gonna start it at $100. They're like 149 at TW. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna run some soft plastics and other things. Uh, I'll take requests. I've got some lipless. I've got some more balsa baits in here. Uh, some coffin bills. I'm also going to run a couple WECs, including this guy right here. Where's old Stumpy at? I'll run a Stumpy tonight. Going to run this other Ed Chambers tap. Check these. These are Zoom WEC. Check old Stumpy here. It was made in 2007. That color is bull brim. Thanks, Tennessee Fisherman. I'm going to have some other stuff in here. Yep. Oh man, Matt Stafford just got another touchdown pass. I'm trailing in fantasy. I need some. That's a beautiful bait. And then here's a great, almost like an LA shad. This is a tap. Ed Chambers 06. I believe that's a tap. Look at that guy. Woo. So we're gonna run those. Let's just start off with some other stuff first. Unless you guys want to, if you guys want to run the catching concepts or eaters first, what do you guys want to do? Let me know in the comments. We're gonna run ball eaters. Okay, all right. I tell you what, eaters been called for. So you're gonna get your pick. Going to get your pick of a Jimmy Eaters. It says quantity 15. I actually have 10 of those. I only got 10 of those. So, all right, we're going to start an auction for eaters. Start 10 seconds. I'm not going to do sudden death. You guys got 20 seconds. Highest bid gets their pick. Ready? It's going. You get your pick of one of these Etters crankbaits. You get your pick. You get your pick. It is not sudden death. I do have WEC Kistler. I got two of them right here. I got a Stumpy and a Tap. Winner gets their pick. And we're picking from these Jimmy Etters over here. All right, Darius, tell me which one you want. I'll be patient with you, buddy. Darius going to tell me which one he wants. Bottom right. All right. I will put that in your pile of stuff that's laying on my desk. All right. Let's do another one. Everybody gets their pick. And that gold foil is beautiful. One more for the eaters. 15 seconds. No sudden death. Go. You get your pick of any of these baits here. We got this beautiful crawl. Got a little purple on the back. Little chartreuse green. This is a beautiful one too. Winner gets their pick from the enters. We got another full here. This one's kind of like a little kind of bluegillish color. Woof. And winner's DT. DT, which one you want, buddy? You know, I want to get my bait bags out. I'm patient. I can wait for you. Middle left. This guy or this guy? The full or the crawl? Crawl? Okay. All right. Give me just a second, Dustin. I'm going to put that in the bag for you. I'm going to move my camera real quick. I should just take the camera stand. It'd be a lot easier. I have some bags here. And so I'll wrap all these in bubble wrap for guys. Since we're doing a lot of balsa tonight, I'll be wrapping all these uh, in box packaging as well. So DT on the package says I know that's Dustin Taylor. That look at that, guys. That is sick. The light really helps out. Bait menu, fun and good supply for 5-inch socks. I have got about, they're not mine, but I've got about 15 bags of 5-inch socks. I've got silver shad. I've got electric shiner. I don't have any rods. I do have a Shimano reel. All right, let's go back. Let's do some catching concepts. All right, your pick of catching concept. These are California redwood. Look at this. I even got, you know how hard it was for me to put that one in there? All right, here we go. Catching concepts. Ready? Same deal. 15 seconds. You get your choice of any of these baits. These are 25, 30 bucks a piece. Toto. All right, Toto, which one you want, buddy? Top right. You want the old fat boy, all right? Remind me to quit taking my camera off the stand. I'm just going to write your name on the bag. It's just that way when I get the shipping, it's easier for me. Pack them up. What in the world is going on? Yeah, all of a sudden it said something about artificial intelligence. I wasn't even touching it. God, I like that little fat guy. Here we go again. Let's do another catching concept. Look here. I remembered. I just grabbed the whole thing. Another catching concept. You get your pick over here. You get your pick of one of these catching concepts. There's a lot of guys that collect these, some guys that fish these. I fished one. I do like the pink back. I tell you what, that craw's sick too. It's got that kind of mustard green on the back. It's a good one. Of course, I like that guy. I like the little Hermie. I've actually caught a few fish. Tom, which one you want, buddy? I wish the lighting was better on top left. So you want the little chartreuse with the glitter on it, or this guy? This one is a 23 model. Chartreuse glitter. All right. Set my stand back. I'm sorry about the light, guys. I thought I built a really good setup, and it is, but for doing what I'm doing right now, it's not perfect. All right, let's go back. Do Bo Nix. I like him. Let's go back. We'll do some more Etters. I gotta get these two out of the way. They're not for sale. All right. These will be for sale in a little bit. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I didn't see nothing about your payment jamming. I will say that um, there is an issue with if your payment jams. For some reason, when I go back, it totally like I'll be missing stuff. It'll say like, for example, let's say Hellabass payment messed up, and then the guy that buys after him for some reason to show he bought that the other guy bought the bait, and so I've got a few weird packages. You got a text from PayPal. I didn't see nothing on Whatnot. I didn't see anything on Whatnot. All right, let's go for another Jimmy Etter. Your choice. Start the auction in $10. 15 seconds. There's no sudden death. Here we go. Your choice on one of these Jimmy Etters. Hey, total coming out of the gate like a bowling ball. Dude, this full right here, that looks just like a baby pig. I've got a few of these in my personal box, and they catch. Rogaroo. All right, Kyle D. Which one you want, Kyle? Get one for Kyle here. Gotta wait on him just a second. Kyle, your choice, buddy. Bad fish and honeybee. So I'm taking it. It's that one right there, because I believe that's a Etter's bad fish. Yeah. He made a one. I've got a bad fish, and I think he calls it hot chocolate. Man, shaking like a dog shitting peach seeds. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me write this down. Kyle D. Kyle D's baits. All right. So we've got 5 Etters. One, two, three. Actually, we got 6 Etters left. You're drunk now, dude. All right, here we go. Here you go. Running another one. Your choice on the Jimmy Etters. I've got 6 left. Your choice. I cannot believe nobody snatched up the root beer chartreuse gooch. Ain't nothing like a little root beer gooch. Dang, Pat Mahomes torn ACL. Jim, what's your choice, Jim? As far as I know, you are, Tom. I set it aside. So if there's any kind of issue, I'll take care of it. Spring crawl. So this one or that one? You want the one with the round, like 1.5 style? I forgot the name of what he called that color. The other one? Yes. So this is kind of a smaller. Um, I'll throw this one quite a bit. Uh, swap it back. Write your little box down. So what else? What else is good in the fishing world? Number one all time winter bait. So I made a little poll on Instagram, and it was very unanimous. The all time winter crankbait is a shad rat. Interesting is what's number two. I would have thought Wigglewort would have dominated, and a lot of people said that the Fritz side. I had a lot of people on the Fritz side. Hey, you know what? I'll put it this way, Toto. I will root for Indiana. I'm not Mr. SEC. I like the underdogs, so I'll root for Indiana to win it all. And I'm really sick of people saying James Madison and the underdog shouldn't be in there. I hope James Madison or somebody pulls the upset of the century myself. The Jetta is a great tournament series, Troy. I fished it last year. Uh, I made the championship, finished like 15th in it. Definitely not bragging about that. It was really tough. A lot of guys didn't weigh in fish. Only reason I weighed mine in, I knew it was so tough. Maybe I could slide in and get a check, and I got really close. Um, what they're doing this year is the first tournament you can use scope. In the second tournament, there's no scope. I will fish both because I basically fished without scope and qualified. And if the fish set up right, I feel I can catch enough to make the top 30. And that's what I'm going to do. The championship, they've moved it back. I think it's the 1st of November. The top water bite should be even better. Um, it's a really good one. High Tech Marine is also doing a Winter USA Bassin Series. It took 29 pounds to win Saturday and like 26 to get second. I think there's like 8 bags over 20 pounds. Some guys were minnow fishing, some guys were a rigging. I talked to one person that called on a deep crane. So yeah, Tulane might have a good chance. I don't think James Massey, but I'd love to see one of them. Hey, they have to play the game no matter what. All right, let's get back to some BALSA selling. All right, or wood baits anyway. Your choice on catching concepts. We're just going to go back and forth. We have 8 left. So I'll show you what all we got here. Let's see if the light gets better. We got this little beautiful silver glitter shad. This is a deeper diver, I believe, little Hermie. And then we got a little chartreuse purple back. We got this guy as well. Look at that. It's almost like a taco salad. Very similar. We got these beautiful crawls. Look at this guy. Whew. And we got purple back. And we got another crawl with a square bill. So, all right. Let's go back over here. 15 seconds. There we go. Winner gets choice on a catching concept. California Redwood, Herman Oswald hand-built crankbait. Herman is a legend. Legend in the cranking world. All right, Sully. First purchase, and you're going to get a free bait. Free bait with the first purchase. Sully, which one of these do you want, bud? There's all baiting for fish. Sully, which one you want, buddy? Right, second from the top. This guy right here. That's a great choice. And that one was made, he always puts the date in 23. So the older years are more desirable for the collector's guy. That's a beautiful, golly. That's like a copper red shad. Man, that thing's sick. All right. Yeah, I put it back here. I keep taking my phone off, and I need to quit doing that. I forget how hard it is to put it up. And I just jammed a hook in my hand. Ah, all right. Get your little bag to put this in. Oh, shit. What is going on here? Sorry, the screen froze. Every time I mess with this thing, so I'm gonna get you a free bait too. I get down to packaging these. Number 3, slowly. We'll do another catching concept, and then I think I will run some WEC. We'll run a couple WEC, the ones I have left. All right, and they'll just be free, winner take all on that. All right, here we go. Another catching concept. Oop. All right, here we go. Winner picks. Catching concept. Any one of up here and the screen, you get your choice. Is not sudden death. Your choice. All right, clean. Oops. Damn, my camera went limp. I'm not used to my camera stand going limp. Ooh, excuse me. All right, Tom. Which one would you like, buddy? After Tom picks Kissler, we're going to run the 2 WECs they got. Right bottom crawl. That guy right there. All right. Just a second, and I'll box it up. Right bottom crawl. That's actually a cool name. Right bottom crawl. Hey, look what I found in my desk. This is not fishing related. Check that guy out, Jackson Dart Bowman Best, number 2 out of 50. I wonder what I could whatnot this thing for. Probably not good on the fishing channel. Yeah, I got that like 2 years ago. You want to see even better? Well, out of 10, Jared Verse, number 2 of 10, Florida State Bowman Best. So I like collecting the college cards. I think they're both worth a couple bucks. I think right now the dark is worth more. I would love to have a Byron Young, but they didn't do a lot of Byron Young cards. All right, we're going to go to random bait here. First one up. I believe this is a tap, although it says LM something on here. It says LM David maybe, and this is a Ed Chambers bait. Beautiful color. I don't know what the color it is. This is an Ed Chambers. Let's go over here to random lure. I'm gonna run this. I'm not gonna put sudden death on. Uh, random lure. I'm gonna edit. No sudden death. 15 seconds. No sudden death. Here you go. Ed Chambers Balsa right here. It's going. 15-second. No sudden death. What's up, West Coast Chris? We're running some Balsa baits tonight. I'm going to run auctions till about 9 o'clock, and then Ben Milliken's going to get. Actually, it is sudden death. Interesting. Kyle Lee's going to take it down. Thank you, Kyle. Great deal. $27. And you unlock the bronze baiters. I believe you get 10% off your next purchase, Kyle. That's a great deal, too. Great deal. That's probably a $40, $50 bait. What's up, Brad? Go Big Orange, buddy. We gotta play Louisville this week. That's my father-in-law's favorite team. I actually like my father-in-law, so I'm not gonna talk a lot of smack to him. All right. Here's the other WC. Here's a Stumpy and Bull Brim. WC Stumpy and Bull Brim. This is definitely a $50 bait. And it's got the micarta lip on it. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna edit this. I'm gonna get this off sudden death. I don't know why. It said it wasn't, but we'll do 20 seconds. Save changes. Pin it. All right, here we go. There we go. 20 seconds, not sudden death. Bull Brim, Ed Chambers, 2007 Stumpy. Let's go. Here it goes. In Bull Brim, beautiful freaking color. Some heavy hitters bidding on this guy. Beautiful color, in good shape. It's only got one small, tiny mark on it, but man, I don't even think this thing's ever been fished. It's probably one of the. I probably shouldn't move this one because I don't own any WECs, but I know a guy that's got a few. Kister, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So that was my 2 WECs for the night. I will have some Bagleys as well tonight. I'm always trying to score a bunch of balsa baits, so I'd love to find a big stash of WECs as well. I always get guys asking. I just don't have that many. Actually, if you give me a second here, I might have another WEC. I might have another. Oh, what about this guy? This one ain't in perfect shape. What about Dean Helton? Found this one in a tackle box. I don't know if I should say it's kind of beat up. And I think that one actually, I may have to put that one on the shelf. What do you think, Darius? Dean Helton, do you think I should put that on the shelf? I've been good, Wes. How are you, man? I think I'm putting Dean Helton on the shelf. I do not think he gets auctioned because I don't have many of him. I thought I had a WEC. Oh, I do. I got another Ed Chambers bait. Here is a Z300 Ed Chambers. Someone has drawn a red Sharpie on here, so it's not original, but it is Ed Chambers balsa bait. Uh, it was made in 2001 Z300. Let's run it. Here we go. Z300 Ed Chambers. It's got some red Sharpie on it. What happened to Etters crankbaits? Dude, y'all got smoked with some snow. We just got really cold weather. Um, so Jimmy got allergic to the dust and everything, so he quit making baits. It had not that, and he had a real job. And he said, "Man, between the headaches, the allergies, and all that, I just couldn't do it anymore." He sold all his bodies and all his lips and everything. And I actually tried to work with Jimmy uh, to come out with a collaboration. Thank you, Kevin. Your first purchase, buddy. I'm going to. I'll send you a free bait. A collaboration between Jimmy and Six Sense to make a balsa bait, and he said, "Man, I'll just be honest. I'm thinking about getting out, and I don't know if I can make enough for 'em. And to keep the price down. Uh, that way, we had an affordable bait." So that was kind of I worked on that deal, and it wasn't long after Jimmy said, "Man, I know you love my baits and so many people. I just can't do it. I'm getting sick." And dude, his stuff. I want Cliff Pace makes an awesome bait, no doubt. Um, yeah, somebody does have his whole set up, and because he was doing it by CAD too. No, Marty Burns, the goat, straight up with a knife. Dude, they're going for like $50 now, WV. I've been seeing them on waffle groups. People are waffling them for like 50 a piece. Some of them are selling for more in like Weebaits. And but man, I'm telling you, the ones in my box, those are the ones in my box. Yeah. Mikado is really good too. I've got a collaboration, Norm Coulter Mikado back there. Whew. All right. Let's and speaking of Etters, let's let me put gosh, y'all gotta remind me, quit taking that off the stand. I need a better. We're gonna sell another one. So winner is going to get their choice of one of the five Etters left. Well, that's the problem, Kyle. They catch fish, and the ones in my box, they're in my box. All right, here we go. 15 seconds, no sudden death. Winner gets their choice on the Etters. I've got five left. Bruise X is badass. Gunnersville Shad, if anybody comes across any Gunnersville Shad, we can make a deal. We can make a deal on Gunnersville Shad or hot chocolate. And the Bruise X is nasty. Up there's Toto. Which one you want, Toto? Hey, and you unlock the bronze baiters. Root beer chartreuse, chartreuse gooch. All right, let me write it down, package. I'm sorry, I'm going slow. Once we get done with the ball, so we'll go faster tonight. Be sure to follow Toto Loco Fishing on here too, guys. Great guy, one of the first guys I ever bought from on Whatnot. One of the first guys I ever bought from me too. And there's some great sellers on here, good people. I gotta support each other. It's more and more sellers get on here. That's good. We need to get more buyers. That way everybody can have good shows. All right. We got four Etters left. Four Etters left. And you're going to get your choice. Here we go. Your choice of one of the four Etters. We've got gold full black back. We've got this beautiful crawl with a purple back on it. Got the chartreuse green, purple. We got another foil here. This foil's sick. This is just like a straight gizzard shad foil. Sam Moore, congratulations, Sam. Which one would you like, buddy? Shad foil, great choice. I was going to say if that was the last one remaining, I just might have to snatch that one for myself. All right, put that in the package and write your name on it. Let's look at it in a good light. Look at that thing. Pick up the gold foil. All right, I'll show it to you with the good lighting. Got to get JB Bassmaster fishing with JB in here. He was eyeing them Boston baits the other night. All right, here's the gold foil. Check that out. Look at the detail on the foil. Don't look at my fingernails, please. Look at that guy. And it's almost got a sun granny type bottom on it. So I tell you what, we're gonna do you get last time we're gonna do choice on here. You get one of the three. Here we go. One of the three. It's running. One of the you get your choice out of the three. Oh, Marcus coming in there hot. All right, Marcus, which one of those guys would you like? See which one. I need to run a giveaway. Y'all forgot to tell me to run a giveaway. Marcus, which one of those three you want? Yes, you did win the bid, Marcus. Which one you want? You get your choice: the chartreuse green, the gold full, or we're gonna call that purple back crawl. Chartreuse. All right, good choice. All right, I'll write it in the bag. Marcus, I found those other baits too. I put them in a package, so they're over here. Trying to be a little bit. Been having some issues shipping. Do a givey. All right, you little givey goblins. We'll do a givey. Run this giveaway. Giveaway number one. We're going to do a Quake 70 from 6 cents. Discontinued color. This color is Cajun bluegill. And we're going to add a, how about this? How about this? A Crush 50 discontinued color as well. Copper green shad. You're going to get both. And it's follower giveaway number one. And by the way, I'm throwing this in the buyer's giveaway. This is a prototype 6 cents grass pump. So it's got the bill like a swank. If you fish around grass, this is a prototype they sent me. I'm giving that one away for the buyer's giveaway. All right, follower giveaway number one. Let's run that givey. So you get two baits from 6 cents new in the package, a Quake 70 in Cajun gill, and then you get the copper green shad Crush 50X silent in that copper green shad. I think that's a really sweet giveaway. All you got to do is top right corner, hit that giveaway, follow me. All right, let's get back. Let's any Livingston howlers. I actually do have a red one. I do. I do have a red one. I got to find it, but I know I've got one. I might have more than one actually. Got to find the right bait box. But right now, I'm going to run these balsa baits, Van. All right. Here we go. Another choice on the catching concepts. Another choice on the catching concepts. We're starting at 15 seconds. Go. You get your choice out of one of these six catching concepts. Yeah, I'll definitely take more requests as we get down farther on here. Your choice out of any one of these catching concepts. Look at this little purple guy. Ooh. If you're just now following me, I usually start everything at $1, but this is a really special night. I usually don't have this many balsa baits, great ones to run. All right, Toto, your choice, buddy. Top left. Look at that. Top left. I'm going to show all these to you guys after your bomb in the good light. Look at that. Look at that gold back. Herman does an amazing job. This was 124, and it's got some. Look at that flake in there, dude. This guy is a master of his craft. Very personable guy too. Is Herman one of the most yes, California Redwood. Is Herman one of the most underrated painters out there? I would say he definitely is. All right, let's do another one. Winner gets their pick. Yes, sir. It is Redwood. Here we go. Your pick. We got 5 remaining. We get down to 4. We'll just do either or. Oh, man, that guy's beauty too. And these are a little bit deeper divers. You got a really tight wiggle to them. The narrower the bill, you're not going to, you'll get some tail kick, but that bait stays in track really well. Baiting. We're doing some late night baiting. Which one you want, buddy? Unlock the bronze, you'll get 10% off your next order. Which one you want, baiting? Bottom right. All right. We'll show it in a good light. Make sure you guys getting that givey, guys. 2 6-cents baits, 50X and a Quake 70. I had 60 people in here. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of bronze members. I'm sure we'll see a silver and a gold before the week's over. Yeah. So here you go. In the light. Look at this guy. Got a little chartreuse on the belly. I think guys slept on this one. Woo. And look at that. It's got almost a greenback to it. Man. Good, good, good get. All right. We're going to we'll run any wiggle boards. I do not have any tonight. Do not have any. All right. Your choice of one of the 4 remaining. Your choice of one of the 4 remaining catching concepts. Here we go. 15 seconds. One of the 4 remaining. I think I got some short warts and maybe some wee warts. I've got one Bob Gamble or Hog Wild, but I don't think you'd want that. Don't think you'd want my Bob Gamble. Let's see the one in the right. This one. And oh man, so we got this guy, little gray back, kind of almost a shad color. We got this little pink back. All right, Tom, which one you want? Up, giveaway winner. Giveaway winner is Kyle D. Thank you, Kyle. Which one you want, Tom? That one, this one I just had in the hand, this one with the round lip, or the long lip? Because I swapped my hands, so I'm going to short lip shed. All right, let's look at these. From here on out, we're just going to do them individually. But this is the last one of the choice. Look at this guy. Man, that is a beaut, Clark. That is a beaut. And that was a 24. So he dates them. And some of these colors he won't run more than once. I think I'll show you one of my favorites. I got this one up on the wall, by the way. I'll buy these from time to time to fish. I'm trying to collect all the chartreuse purple ones. So I had an extra one of these. And I think I sold it on Whatnot back in the early days. Check this. Check that guy out. I call that old grave digger. That's a 2021 model. Look at that. Goodness gracious. That one don't get thrown. I do collect. You guys know me. All right. My Bob Gamble. Yeah, I'll show you the Bob Gamble Hog Wild. This guy right here. Yeah. No, this is Jim Glass. I'm sorry. This is a Jim Glass. Jim Glass. He calls this one the sterner crawl, uh, because when you're stumbling, this would be fumbling. Go big orange, you damn right. Uh, Here's the Bob Gamble I have. I've actually got a really old Bob Gamble. Check this. Here's a Bob Gamble. It's not in perfect shape. That's right. Vandy is Tennessee team. You can't really be the state's team when you've only won like 10 games for one time ever in your life. Yeah. Got some nicks on it, but I'm gonna keep that one. It's going good. All right. Put that back up there on the shelf. All right. Now we're just gonna do some individual ones. I do have a wheat crawl. I do have a wheat crawl. We might have to make a deal somewhere else. That the boat is great. Check out this little weed crawl. Little gold. That it's so rare. I really don't know if I want to move that. And I try to keep everything. I also have a wee rattle trap. Check that. Check out this ugly guy. Woo. All right, I got about 2 hours and I got stuff to move. All right, we're just gonna do these in very individually. Show and tell, love it. I do. All right, here's a little catching concepts. This is kind of a round bill crawl. Look at this. Got that kind of muddy green back. Here we go. Started at 10. No sudden death on this one. It is auctioning right now. I wonder what he. I wish I knew his color names. Man, that's a beautiful bait. Look at the detail in that. And guys, I believe if you buy 10 items, you'll get a coupon for 10% off. You acquire bronze. You watch X amount of shows. Who's the maker of catch? Herman Oswald, and he sells them a lot at the Carolina through Carolina Fishing Tackle. Thank you, Tom. Or Carolina Crankbait Supply, and he does a couple shows, and that's about it. He does them in drops. In some colors, he'll only run in certain models, and then once he's done, he's done. So there's some collectability to them. A lot of guys fish them. All right, we're down to two each. I don't know if they're on Etsy or Carolina Crankbait Supply is. All right. Winner gets choice. Last two Etters left. Winner gets the choice. You have this guy with that purple back, very similar to like the Bagley DC9. And then we've got this gold foil, very similar to a baby pig. So, winner gets choice on the Etter here. 15 seconds, no sudden death. Winner gets choice. Last two Etters I got. Winner gets choice. And I like that baby pig guy. I also like this guy. Sully. Which one you want? I thought it was. And he unlocked bronze. Because, oh, yeah, you spend $50, you get a discount too. Full? All right. That's a beautiful bait. All right. Last Jimmy Etter right here. Got the round lip, kind of a 1.5 size body, actually a little bit bigger. Here we go. Last one. 15 seconds. It may be sudden death on this thing. No, it's not. It just resets at 10. Last one. That would absolutely Kentucky Lake catch them in the spring. Oh, Darius, y'all ain't gonna let Darius snatch this one, are you? You did. Thank you so much, Darius. You know I got you some extra as well. Darius unlocked bronze too. Thank you so much, Darius. I'll just get really jealous when you see Darius's boss of box. Holy smokes. All right. Down to two catching concepts. You guys get your choice from these two. You get your choice. You can have this little kind of a jank juice. It's like a real faded chartreuse, but a lavender back on it. This is a 2022 model. It's an old model. And then here's another one, a 23 model. Very similar to like a SH4, but more lavender. So you get your choice. Ready? Let's run it. Your choice of catching concept. Here you go. Your choice. Actually, one has a round lip, one has a thin square lip. I don't know the model names on these things. I'm sorry. Winner gets choice. Last two I got. Winner gets choice. Winner gets the choice. So Marcus, which one you want, Marcus? And you unlock the bronze baiters. Run my hat. I've worn it quite a bit. But if you guys would like me to get a couple of these more sock hats, I will do it. He wants the jank juice. We're gonna run some more baits, random baits too. Running any socks? I'm not. I might run some socks next week. I'm gonna run a daytime show this week, and then I'll run next Sunday, and I'm gonna take a break for a while. All right, last catching concept. Here we go. It's going. It's running right now. Last catching concept. Beautiful little bait here. Then we're gonna change gears. We'll run another giveaway at 7:30. No need for a break. Man, I gotta have one every now. I gotta start acquiring some more baits. I've got a lot to sell, but it's fixing to be before you know it. It'll be February, springtime, and everybody's going to be wanting to get some new baits. I'm gonna try to get some newer, hard to get stuff. Not so much JDM, but I know a lot of guys been asking for Strike King Series 4 shallows. So Hog Wild, thank you, brother. For an Arkansas fan, you're a good guy. Baitman will be stocking up. I know the people like the balsa. Be stocking up on balsa. I'm gonna try to see if I can find some 6 and 7 inch socks. Cause guess what's happened? They're getting hard to get again. All right. It's just run some random baits for a while. You guys cool with running some random baits? Or I tell you, here we go. Live target crawl cranks. I don't, but river rat, that's on my list of things. I've got a see who wants it. SLX, thanks West Coast Chris. SLX XT. It's new, never used. I mean, there's not dirt on it or nothing. This is the wide spool 150 XG 8-to-1. I've got a box. It's not the right box, but if Darius don't care, I'll do a little quick video of Darius's balsa collection. I'm not going to tell y'all where he lives though. All right, let's run this reel. I've got it set at $99. I got 30 seconds on it. If anybody's interested, the SLX XT is running. Brand new. SLX XT. 3-1, I believe. 8 3-1. SLX XT 150 XG. Man, I've tried to get into left-handed rails. I can't. Marcus is he's gonna grab us a good deal. Hey, thank you, Marcus, so much. And I think you got to use the coupon code on that. Great deal. I bought that new from TW and I just happened to order too many reels. So there you go, Marcus. Great deal on that. Actually, he bought the 150 XT, and that's the new model for the price you can get a regular SLX. All right, let's do some random baits, boys, girls, whatever you want to be called. Any requests? I've got just at my disposal. Hell, here we go. How about Rico? Just at my disposal. Let's go up to the random lures. Let me edit this. We're gonna go back to normal 15 seconds sudden death. 15 seconds sudden death. Save changes. Back. Pin. Got a little Rico here. It's kind of got it's clear purple back. Clear purple back Rico. Here we go. This is the small size, kind of a prism, clear purple back Rico. LC square bills. All right. Deep cranks or speed traps? Mouse speed traps, but I definitely got some deep cranks. Jim, thank you, sir. What kind of deep cranks you looking for? Where's my dang bag? So I put the bags out here. I've got 10XDs, 6XDs, 5XDs. I got some Bagley DB3s. Love the hat. Well, you can get it at Kentucky Lake Thread Company. Is this my personal stuff? No, it's stuff I bought to resell. My personal stuff I try. Any spin tails? Interesting. I may have some. I'll have to look in my one box. All right, here we go. Here's a good deal. This is a KVD 1.5 Raven Red. KVD 1.5 Raven Red. Yeah, look them up on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Kentucky Lake Thread Company. His name is Jordan. Thank you, Marcus. Is red. All right, so out of the red colors, would Raven Red be the greatest of all time red? It's very close. And actually, Cotton Cordell made the first Raven Red. Yeah, so West Coast Chris, here about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I joined Whatnot. I think there's only about 5 sellers. Toto was selling, FLW Tim, and maybe 2 other guys that don't even sell anymore. And I started kind of selling some personal stuff, and it went good. And I started buying some stuff at yard sales and on marketplace, and it's kind of turned into a full side business. The hardest part is finding stuff to sell. All right. How about some? Ooh, there's some series discontinued series 4 Strike Kings. We got some Rapala DT4s. I might make somebody a hell of a deal. There's a Hellabass bait. Look at how many shad color DT6s I got. I've got one or DT4s. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shad color DT5s up there, 6s or 4s. All right, here we go. Speaking of, here's a DT6 and DT4 in shad. I'm gonna run 3 DT4s. DT4 in shad. I've got a box of jerk baits as well behind me. Some good lipless baits. I even got soft plastics. If you guys want me to run some soft plastics, I can do it as well. Hype man, thank you, hype man. All right, DT4. Ooh, Jackal Squirrel DD. I got one. It's in my personal box though. Yeah. Yes, he is. DT4 in bluegill. DT4 in bluegill. Man, he's got a good little rattle to him. I didn't realize they had that good rattle. I've got to start back up on Rapalas. I might have found some in the sneaky shop the other day. I know some guys are wanting that live pumpkin seed and smallmouth. I found a few of those. Thank you, Scott. I really appreciate everybody joining in for the Balsa section of that show as well. Brown crawdad. I'd love to be able to do that more than once. Brown crawdad DT4. Brown crawdad DT4. DT6 would be one of my favorite winter crankbaits as well. A DT4, when I get a little shallow. Baitman, what do you think the most prized, hard to acquire bait out there? Probably one I sold, Missouri Crawl OG Wigglewort in the pack is very, very desirable. DT6 are $15 Canadian money. Holy cow. Well, they're like $9 in the US, so our pallets have gone up. I mean, maybe a hinkle shad. I think Ben's running a hinkle tonight. Who knows how much that's going to go for? All right, here's a couple. Here's another Rapala. This is a Rapala cranking wrap, and kind of that. I think they call that Helsinki shad. It's kind of like their hard play on a DT. Got a bigger. It's kind of got the body of like a DT 10. It's got that shallow lip. So 4 to 5 foot runner. Here we go. I will bet Ben's Hinkle Shad goes closer to $800 than $500. Just my opinion. I think I've seen a blue mackerel go for like 3 grand at one time, Tom. Thank you, Baton. All right, here's a couple discontinued Striking Series 4S clear sexy shad. Yeah, Tom, you're right. Anything from 900 to 4,000. If you had a mint one in the pack, that's a good one. Here we go. 4S clear sexy shad. So they don't. This is a Series 4 body with a square lip. I do not believe they make this guy anymore. I've been told they don't. Thank you, Marcus. And by the way, we're back on sudden death. So once it hits zero, the timer never resets. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I had talked. My mom was calling. I got to answer when mom calls. So she's calling me from the nursing home. She's kind of sick. So I got to take her phone call. I'm sorry it muted. And yeah, I did take the call. It probably looked like I was talking to you guys. But uh, anyway, did this guy sell? Did this guy sell? I can't remember. No, I didn't. I hadn't ran this one. All right, Chartreuse Sexy Shad. Um, why are they so rare? Are you talking about wiggleworts or Hinkle Shad? I don't know. Here we go. Chartreuse Sexy Shad 4S. Yeah, mom does call first. If it had been a real emergency, I'd just had to bail. I'm sorry, guys, but that's why we're getting mom moved in here at this house. That way, I ain't got to worry about her being in that rehab nursing home facility. Thank you, hype man. And uh, take care of your mom and dad. We got a couple. Is a Series 4S still? That's exactly right, Tom. It's not really about taking all her money, but my dad worked his ass off to get the house they're in, or built the house, sold it, worked his butt off, paid it off, got this house, and I'll be danged if the government is going to take their house. Might as well put it in, a house like this, and we can take care of her. Because here's the deal: if she goes to nurse home, they gonna get your money, you're gonna get shit care, and then they're gonna get your house. Gonna get good care here, be with your family. We had to get a different house, but that's all good. You ain't got to worry about the rest. So what if you have to make a little bit of a house payment for a year or two? No big deal. Wage, nursing homes are $10,000 a month. So we planned it, uh, and the plan was for her to take care of herself. And when she fell and I found her, I had to make an executive decision. It wasn't fun on nobody. Nobody loved it. Got any swim bait guys in here? I mean, I even got a garage for my boat. We got any swim? Ooh, looky here, looky here. Any swim bait guys in here? How about some swimmers? Oh, speaking of balsa, holy shit, I forgot about this. Look at this. This is a bronze B shad wake bait. I've never seen one of these. But bronze B, if you guys know who I'm talking about, this is one of his. I've never seen one. It's in this box. Here's a couple ACT Magic swimmers. Look at this. This looks custom painted. I think this is a custom painted Magic swimmer. This one is not. Yes. A cast Magic Swimmer 125. Yeah, I think I gotta go hang that on the wall, Darius. That I don't think that's a whatnotter. Yep. Good hanging. Good call, buddy. Laura Lab, what's up? All right, here we go. Seville Magic Swimmer 125. Here we go. Magic Swimmer 125 a cast. These are the OG version. Oh, speaking of double D's, I found an OG one knocker. What's up? Thank you, Robbie. I did find some OG Excaliburs that I didn't know I had. Oh, yeah. All my damn dogs are going crazy. See if I can fit this in here. Oh, gotta get a different bag. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're gonna run at 9 o'clock. We're gonna do another giveaway here in just a second. These things have made a comeback. All right, here's a custom painted one. This is beautiful. I'm wondering if this was painted by Rob Jordan. Beautiful. I'm gonna say this is a thread fin shad. That is definitely custom color. No, my new neighbors are cool. He actually he watches me on YouTube, believe it or not. He's like, man, I know this is weird, but I've watched you on YouTube. I'm like, well, that's cool. And he said, I'm not going to fire my mower up. And I just started laughing. So cool dude. He's a golfer. All right, custom painted Magic Swimmer 125. This one's beautiful. Looks like a Rob Jordan paint job. Extreme Lure Creations. I will talk to anybody, so there's not a lot of awkward conversations around me. Thank you, Jig Man. Great purchase. By the way, guys, the best news, and I ain't trying to get religious on you because I try not to mix that in. But I am a follower of Jesus Christ, and Bateman Jr. got saved this week, and this morning he got baptized. So I'm really proud of Junior. He made that decision on his own, and I feel like that's the best way to do it. And really pumped for him. So now, and he did, yeah, awesome dad. He had been playing on a rec league basketball and he did really good. He straight up cooked a guy, crossed him over, then back behind the back, and the guy left him in dust. But he's felt really good since then. He's kind of been different, and that's I'm good, glad about it. Really proud of him. All right, here's a little random segmented gill swim bait. Not sure who makes this. Somebody's put some suspend strip on here, and it is missing a hook. But you can put a hook on top here or the back. Here we go. Not sure who makes this, but it is a little random gill swim bait. I want to say this might be reaction strike. Could be wrong, but hey, for a buck, we'll run it. Marcus says, "I am not scared. I will take that for $1." Thank you, Marcus. Ah, how about a baby Strike King shad? Just continue that. What color is this? It's not summer sexy. It's sexy ghost minnow baby king shad. Sexy ghost minnow baby king shad. Discontinued. They don't make these anymore. Here we go. 15 seconds. Baby king shad. Sexy ghost minnow. One of the first jointed swim baits I ever threw right behind a bull shad. And I remember actually catching a fish on this. I watched the bass eat it in the back of a marina. I boat flipped that joker. Thank you, Tom. I actually sold that one on Whatnot. Any other requests? I know I heard deep divers. We get back into some balsa. Anybody want some more balsa? Spin tail. Okay, let me go look. Phil, give me just a second. You guys can check out the balsa behind me as I go look for some spin tail. Sinking spy baits. Not sure. See what I got in the spin tail department. Where is that box? No, not in the box. Where's that box? Just straight over. I know. Damn, I'm gonna be knocking all kinds of shit over. Ah, looky here. Oh man, striking rocket shads. I found some goodies. I found some random goodies. Here. About some blade baits. There's a little spin tail. I don't know who makes that. Anybody know who makes that? Oh, that is not a man's. But that is a nice spinner. Spin tail. Looky here. Strike King Rocket Shad. It's been a while since I've seen these things. Let's do a little. Let's do a little 3-for-1. 3 Strike King Rocket Shads. Oh, I don't think I have any Bagley bangos. Bateman, what do you think of the OSP blade jig with a plastic blade? I don't know. I haven't used one. I have an OSP metal one back there. Let's do this anyway. Since I went ahead and got this box, 3. See what these things weigh. Half ounce. 3 half-ounce Strike King Rocket Shads. Here we go. 3 Rocket Shads. Great schooling fish bait. These are great for stripers and actually weren't bad for smallmouth either. You get 3 of them. It's gonna have a cult following. Thank you, Tom. $1 a piece. Good deal. What is Junior doing? He's Neely's just stomping on the floor up. Neely, quit stomping on the floor. Sorry. It's like freaking Bigfoot in my house. All right, how about 2 of these blade baits? 2 blade baits. Kind of a chrome black. I'm trying to see. These are half ounce. I don't think these are Demiki Vaults. I don't know the name of these blade baits, but you're going to get 2 of them. 2 blade baits. Here we go. Great wintertime bait. Thin Fisher. Thank you, Little Rich. 2 Thin Fishers. Thank you, sir. Don't let me forget for a giveaway in about 5 minutes. We'll do another giveaway. A lot of guys been asking for spoons, so I got a box here with a bunch of spoons and tail spinners and stuff. I know it's that time of year. See what else is in here. That's a really good. The hell? Diver Vibe 65. That's a river to sea bait. All right. Look at this box. Look at this thing. It is full of little spoons. I know, Darius. Golly. Wow. Here we go. I don't know who makes this. A Diamond King spoon. Anybody ever heard of that? Wow. Oh, how about some Man's Little Georges? Man's Little George. Hello, Man's Little George. If I got any more, I sure do. Oh man, look at these guys. I think Darius got some of these from me one time. Who makes who makes that? It's not a man. It's not a Little George. I've got a bunch of these guys. All right. Several Little Georges here. Let's run some. We'll run them in pairs. Well, at least I knew I had. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna run some bulks. Here we go. Let's just run 3. 3 Man's Little George. I'll tell you. Yeah, you did. That's why I did. I don't know who made them. These are 1/2 ounce Little Georges. I'm gonna run all three. Snake rattling spoon. I don't know if I have one. Um, white, chrome, and a chartreuse. All three Little Georges. Here we go. Three Little George mans. Someone's put a giant hook on this thing. Three Little George tail spinners. And these are mans. Great wintertime bait and drop straight on them. However you want to fish them. Thank you, Wes. All these spoons I'm going to sell individually. I'm going to sell in packs of 2 or 3. How about these guys? Where is that? I think these are Cast Masters. Could be wrong. Got feathered hook on them. Let's see what these guys weigh. 3/8 of an ounce. So check these out. Got a little feather, little prism. This one's 3/8. I got 3 different sizes of these. So I've got a 1/2 ounce. He's got a feather on them. I got a 3/8 or a quarter. And then I believe I got a 3/8. No, there's 2 3/8 and a half. All 3 of these. Check these out. Let's run them. Good for white bass. Good for anything, to be honest with you. I ain't too proud to go catch white bass. I'm not gonna lie. These are Neely baits. Great for Neely to catch some whites. But Randy, hey, Randy made a first purchase. Thank you, Randy. You'll get a free bait in your order. Thank you, sir. Ninja to everybody. Thank you, Randy. Any more magic swimmers? I do have one, believe it or not. I do have another magic swimmer. Let me run a couple more of these spoons. See what else we got in here. Wait. Did somebody say rattlesnake? Did somebody say rattlesnakey? Because I got one. I did not know I had this. Rattlesnake. A rattlesnakey spoon. Here you go. Let's run it. I think this is called the Michigan State Record Smallmouth. The rattlesnakey. Does it rattle? It definitely rattles. The rattlesnakey, 1/2 ounce. Did not know I had this thing in here. Thank you, Tom. Pretty sure FLW Tim had some at one time, and they were going for crazy prices. All right, it's time for a givey. It's time for a givey, guys. All right, let me get some more spoons out. I'm gonna run some more, whatever these are. These look like war eagles. We'll run a set of these guys. Some run these spoons. Makes that hell, it may be Hawkins. I'm not a spoon connoisseur. Sidewinder. Interesting. Lots of spoons in here. I'll have to. I'm gonna repackage all these stuff before I run them again. There's so many. This is a good box. I really need it. It's time for a givey though. Y'all ready for a givey? Givey goblins are ready. I know that. What's this? Huh. Some more rattling spoons. All right. Let me put this box up. All right, give me time. Let's see what we're gonna run now. Let's do a couple more 6 cents baits. Let's do 2 square bills. Actually, a crushed 25 MD, and this color is baby shad, very underrated bait. Feel like a bandit 200. And then we'll do a mini 25. So you get the mini series of the crush. Candy citrus shad and baby shad. You'll get both. Here we go. Giveaway number 2. It is live. Make sure y'all get in it. Somebody said about some magic swimmers. We'll move on. We'll move away from the spoons. I thought I had some bigger ones. I got one. I got 2 more. I got 3. 3 magic swimmers. This is a big guy. Look at here. The 165 ACT Magic Swimmer. The 165. I do have some Cast Masters in there, a little rich. I need to get it organized. And then I got another, the 95 SK, the 95 swimmer. So I'll tell you what, let's run this 95 Magic Swimmer. Here we go. Magic Swimmer, ACT Magic Swimmer. This was the original one. She is getting ready. She says she's a little sick. She called me earlier during the show, and I had to answer. Thank you, Rich. I had to answer. Probably going to come get her out next Tuesday. I got to get everything here at the house ready for her. And so move in right here at Christmas. I guarantee you. Guarantee you. I'm ready too. All right. Here we go. Here's the big version Seabill Magic Swimmer. Not sure the color is the 165. This is the big one. It's been used, but there's no rash on it. And here we go. We're off. Original Magic Swimmer. This is the big one. 165 SK. Thank you for following me. Pull my finger. Love the name. Got almost 60 people in here. Only 35 in that giveaway, guys. We're giving away some 6 cents hard baits. Thank you, Boone. Appreciate you. It's your big bag. I mean, I think the kids are ready to be here as well. I just hope she's ready for Neely to talk her head off. Last magic swimmer I got. Well, I don't know. Somebody's put some suspend strips on here, just a pearl, red eyes. You can take them off. Here we go. As is. Oh, the Cowboys are playing tonight? I really need George Pickens to have a big game. I mean, a big game. What's up, Froggy? We are killing it. Thank you, Robbie. Appreciate you. Vikings and boys. I got a Justin Jefferson auto that I got on a whatnot break. The first ever whatnot card break I got in, I had a Justin Jefferson auto. Dude, the Patriots. How dumb are the Titans to fire Mike Vrabel only for him to go to the Patriots, and they're like 10-2 or 11-2 right now. The most mismanaged franchise I've ever seen. And of course, I mean, I always give the Titans fans some crap. It's seriously just the Houston Oilers. Thank God Nashville doesn't get an MLB team. They can run that too. Some of that drawer broke. That's nice. All right. What are we thinking? We want jerk. Here we go. How about some Bagleys? How about some DB3s? Here we go. I'm gonna run a twofer on this. We may run this one, and we'll run this guy as well. Bagley's DB3. We'll do two at a time here. Two DC9s, DB3. Here we go. Two. I can find some. Phil, I'll look. Two DB3 DC9s. You're getting both of them. Good deal, Marcus. And our giveaway winner is going to be. Did the Patriots win? I went to bed because they were whipping butt. I'm only collecting colors. Sesto, thank you, Sesto. You're giveaway winner number 2. Thank you, sir. They lost. Gosh dang, I took a nap. They were beating the crap out of the Bills. All right, so much for that. My bad. Either way, they still won 10 games. 5 tutties in a row. I like Josh Allen. Junior does not care for Josh Allen. I don't know why you would hate on a white guy like that. What's worse? All right, what's worse, the Titans firing Mike Vrabel or the Dolphins giving Tua $100 million to be concussed all the time? I like Josh Allen too. All right, see if I got some more Bagley DB3s, but they're not. See, this has been weighted. We'll run them. I wouldn't pay a lot of money for them, but somebody has weighted these DB3s. Yeah, we'll run them together. These are definitely Fishers. Someone's even put a tail on here. You know what? I'm probably going to put one of these up. I don't have this color on the wall. Let's go find some more Bagley. I'll be right back. Let me look for any requests. I'll go look for baits. I got jerk baits, loopless. We got Strike King, all kinds. Or just keep running random stuff. You let me know. Honeybees and BB3s. Discontinued. Ooh, Nate, I'm out of discontinued DTs. I don't have any managed jelly worms. Top water, speed traps. I don't have no speed traps. Spot baits, no. I'll just start pulling random boxes. I'll tell you what, I will run a discontinued repel. I'll run a discontinued repel. Trying to find some more Bagleys. Square bill. No. Hey, somebody wanted to this is a good box. We'll run what's in here. Run what's in here. I'm just gonna start pulling random boxes and we're just gonna run what's in the box. I don't think I have more killer bees unless they're drilled in. Huh. All right. Somebody requested some Livingston. I've got a couple. I've got a couple. That's a good looking profound. Here's a Lucky Craft top water. Here's 1.5 and a custom Little John. How about a KVD 8.0? Deep diving Little John. How about a lot of frogs? Who's feeling froggy? I'm feeling froggy. How about some frogs? How about 4 Booyah Pad Crashers? 2 green ones, a brown one, and a poppin'. 4 Booyah frogs. Here we go. 15 seconds. 4 Booyah frogs. We hadn't ran no frogs in a while. Gotta show the frogs some love. You got the red, brown one. We got this guy. That's a poppin', and 2 green ones. 4 frogs. Thank you, Mr. Coffin. I got your stuff here. Mike, let's try to get together one day this week, buddy. I was disorganized. I'm gonna put it in this stuff. Get your box right here, bud. All right. Where's the guy that wanted the Livingston? David, I found a package of yours, by the way. I guess it fell out of my big box. That is the Livingston Howler. I think that's the deep one. That's the one he won the classic on. Here we go. Nate, I've got a purple olive craw DT6 if you're interested in that. I can run that. It's my last one. Thank you, Jim. You know what? I might do it anyway. Since it is balsa night, purple olive craw DT6. What are you guys thinking? Yes, David. I found it in the back of my vehicle. Congrats to Vern. I don't know how many followers I got. I don't check it anymore. I think I got like 2,500 or something like that. DT6 and Mardi Gras, I don't have. I do know that. I got some Normans in the package. All right, here's another one of those Livingston Howlers in this. I actually like the color on this. Got the green flake on that. DD14. I'll look, Phil. I know I don't have anything right in front of me. Another Livingston Howler. Uh, this one's silent and a shad color. Thinking Marcus. Whoa, 48 followers. My bad. I really underestimated that. Number 27, James Pierce Jr. I got any Falcons fans? How good is James Pierce, former Tennessee Volunteer? How good's that guy been? Very good. All right. How about a Little John DD in citrus? Little John DD in citrus. Got the full on there. Here we go. Little John DD in citrus. You guys want some deep divers? Yeah, no kidding. 13, 14 bucks brand new at Tackle Warehouse on these guys. Boone, he'll take it down for $4. Hell of a deal. Hell of a deal. Yeah, I think. I mean, Pierce has a stack in every game in the month of November. All right, here's a little John KO. Very good looking, kind of a blackish green back. Got a rattle in it. Nice custom painted deal. $1 on that little John KO. Tell you what, I'll even throw in a 1.5 KO, 2 KO base, a pearl chartreuse back, and that little John. 2 for 1. Thank you, Mike. It's hard to beat that little John. All right, KVD 8.0 coming up. KVD 8.0 coming up. All right. Natural bluegill. I forgot the exact color this is. A KVD 8.0. This is a big ass square bill. And they bite too. Here you go. KVD 8.0. Big old square bill. It's like the gill version of natural shad. I forgot the exact name of this color. Thank you, Boone. Dude, I remember when those came out. They were hot. A couple of Murray State kids swear by it in the spring. So you don't catch a lot, but when you catch one, it's a great big one. Fast Cat Randy, what's up? Thanks for joining. Thank you for not being Randy Blockett. All right, here's a Zuma Clodhopper. I believe that's what that is. Zuma Clodhopper, beautiful translucent red color. Here we go. Yeah, Diego Pavi is very overrated. It's Zuma Hopper. Thank you, Marcus. Like anytime he was in a big moment this year, he threw interceptions. And look, you can talk about how they beat Tennessee. That was because Tennessee had no defense. Because he threw two interceptions in the first half. And if we had any kind of decent defensive coordinator, we easily win that game. All right, Lucky Craft, Kelly J. Lucky Craft, Kelly J. Prop bait, missing an eye. It is missing an eye. Kelly J. Prop J. Bait, missing an eye. Pearl IU. Somebody's going to take it down for less than $5. Yeah. Wayne, thank you, Wayne. Mo Daddy, I'm sure that's not the only thing she was grinding on in the stands. I also like the guy from one of the funniest things I've seen in a while was the offensive lineman or whoever it was, or the defensive guy for the Browns, whatever his name was, said Jawan Jennings is a hoe. Why don't you tell him that during the game, bud? It's easy to talk smack at a press conference, but Jawan's a dog. He puts it out there in the game. You gonna call somebody a hoe from the sidelines? Come on, man. All right, here we go. Two DB3s. I've got this chartreuse fire tiger. Someone has stuck some lead in here. So I've got one in this brown crawl, and then I've got this chartreuse green. So this is going to be a twofer. These are Fishers. These, or if you're just trying to collect one of each color, like I've been doing, not worried about fishing them or reselling them. Here you go. Two DB3s. These are not Florida made. Again, these are kind of fishing ones. Got some lead drilled into them. Be good for the ledges. Thank you, Dustin. All right, that box is done. Let's go get some more stuff. We're gonna run to about 8:45, 9 o'clock. Maybe put that one on the wall. I don't have one of those. You like my hat? Well, check out Kentucky Lake Thread Company. That's where it comes from. You can request them. Do this. It's a Bottleman orange sock. What are the big glides behind me? So this is that's a Clutch Eco. Clutch Eco over here. It's a fish everything 6-inch paper or 8-inch paperweight. That's a 6-inch. That's a. I'll show you this guy. This thing is sick. This is the War Panda baits, the Nug. It's called Purple Nurple. My buddy Kurt Mitchell, cancer survivor, built this bait about a year ago. If you check out the recent Tackle Warehouse video of Matt Becker, he explains this bait real good. Matt's got a bunch, said he caught his PB on this bait. This one's really rare. I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys. I don't know if 500 gets this from me. Nope, I actually got that one. Yes, those paperweights I got from Aaron Lewis. This is called the Shizzard. And good God, one of the first glides I ever bought. And this thing is sick. Yeah, back when I've never addressed this. I don't know. I want to do it appropriately. But back when Byron Chowders was still around, not going crazy. I shouldn't. I don't like to talk about someone who can't defend himself. But Byron Childers, I think most people know what happened. I'm not defending it. Not defending him as a person, but at this time, Byron was normal, not crazy. And him and Aaron Lewis were good buddies. Aaron bought a bunch from Fish Everything, and Byron was like, "Hey, man, I got a buddy trying to move these. He's got some extra." And I said, "All right, what's he want for me?" He said, "Well," he gave me a price. I said, "Why would someone want that color?" He said, "It's Aaron Lewis." I was like, "Okay." So I bought them, and it's pretty cool to buy some baits from Aaron Lewis. And he even said, "Hey, man, if you want to come to a concert, an Aaron Lewis concert, I'll hook you up VIP tickets." Just never happened, but regardless of what happened with Byron, that was a cool deal. Now, I'm not going to sit here and dog on Byron. He made a personal choice, did something that was unacceptable. Um, Hopefully, he can find forgiveness with himself, but he has to know what he did. That was not cool, and really a black eye, for himself. And I pray for his family because he left behind a wife, kid, and changed other people's lives forever, and not cool. So that'd be probably the only time I ever address that. But I can't take back being friends with somebody when they're being normal. All right. How about some more BALSA? What we got in here? I don't know who makes this. Look at this balsa bait. Anybody know who makes that? I don't see a name on it. I'm afraid to run this. Does anybody know the name on this? Look at this balsa bait. It's kind of a PD style. It says Steve on it. Hmm. Here we go. Look at this. What about that guy? Steve Miller. I don't know if it really is. I don't know. I probably do need to talk to Harris, but I may run this anyway. These are cool. These are like a little wee bait. These are L&M bait. It looks like a wee bait. I got two of those. I'm pretty sure. Oof, golly, look at this guy. Man, I don't think that's a heart. Look at that. Got that. This guy's beat up. This guy's not. Look at that. Woo. We'll run those two. I know what these are. These are not gulps. Look at this. Old school. It's a foam bait. Sudeth. And this is a Sudeth bait too. I forgot the name of these guys. All right, let's run a few of them. Oh, vintage stuff. What's in here? Oh, shit. Look at this. Look at this balsa prop bait. Yeah, I just found a little Earl. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it's a little Earl. We get a couple of these James Marshall flat sides. Look here. This is James Marshall coffin bill crankbaits. Do I ever sell any wee baits? I sold a bunch, but this time last year I ran into like 30 of them. Look at that guy. It's kind of that toughy style. These aren't in perfect shape. They got some imperfections. Look at this one. Woo. Yeah, I got like a blue glimmer. They need cleaned up, but we'll run them. Yeah, I don't know who made this. I'm just gonna wait. We'll run those. Okay. Little Earl, pretty sure. Phil, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that not a little ill right there? Or a little Earl? Actually, I believe it's a Seth Little Earl. Could be wrong. All right, let's run some of these. Let's run this. All right, I'll run this little Earl right here. Setteth, little Earl. She's running. I'm kind of a good looking craw pattern. These are a foam made bait. They're not balsa. Setteth Bait Company. They made a good gulp kind of bait. Think it will. All right. Let's run this bone balsa baits. I'm gonna be honest, it intrigues me because it's it's a little bit bigger than a peaty, but I'm not exactly sure who makes this. I do not think this is it was made it's come out of South Carolina, but it's a very pale bone. I like it. There's no names on it or anything, so whatever. Here we go. We're running this balsa bait. Unknown maker. Unknown maker, but it's a bone flat side. Hogwild, you know who this guy is? Thank you, sir. I don't think it's a Petey. Nope. I mean, it looks good. I ain't gonna lie. I probably shouldn't have sold it. Man, I got so many rattle traps I need to move. I want to show y'all something real quick. I'll show y'all something. I've got two of these, and I gave one to Darius, so I had three. Check out this. Check out this wee, little purple wee, little purple back, and this one's got a little chip, so I kept that one for myself. Gave Darius a good one. But then you look at this. This is an L&M. Look at that. I think somebody might have been inspired by a wee bait. What do you guys think? Interesting. I think this one's even rarer because you don't see many West England baits that aren't full. But look at this bone with purple back wee. Look at that. Do not see me in that. That's in my not for sale file. Just hanging up there. All right. With that said, let's move a couple of these L&Ms. Any lures? I can't remember if this is or if these are lures or Suddeth. But here's a L&M. Here we go. Looks like a little wee. Check that guy out. Kind of a wee KO. I think these are balsa bait. They feel like balsa. Thank you, Levi. I did have some lures, deep divers. I know where a bunch of them are actually. All right, here's another one, kind of a bone, black back, orange belly on this guy. Bottom curly, yeah, yeah, and bottom of high right. What's up, Ty man? I don't like this guy. This would be an Ohio River killer. I got to figure out more about these. I always get intrigued when I find something. I don't know. Thank you, Levi. Let's see, number. All right, you guys paying attention? I had a request for discontinued Rapala. Somebody might want to be tagging that guy. But a DT6 and purple olive crawl. Who's ready? DT6, purple olive crawl. Pulling it right off the shelf. Purple olive crawl, DT6. It's got some dust on it and it's missing a hook. Let's go. 15 seconds, sudden death. Purple olive crawl, DT6. Not in perfect shape. Probably just needs a little wipe down with the pimp juice. Thank you, Clay. Man, I saw a dude selling them for $45 a piece on Facebook the other day. Now, I'll pay a decent amount for a chartreuse purple shiner. I ain't paying 45. Coosa River spotted bass in the house. Thank you, sir. Uh, let's run this guy. Don't know the exact model. Feed might know what this is, but we're going to run this. This is a beautiful little bait. Forgot. Bobby Balsa knew what this was, and I forgot the name. But here we go. Yes, that's it. Lures, Little Speedy. Thank you, Thief. Here we go. 15 seconds. Lures, Little Speedy. Lures, Little Speedy. Thank you, Darius. Going to your pile, brother. I need to. I've been heading your way on Fridays. I went and played cards over at Oak Grove, and if I go this Friday, I'll pack your stuff up and I'll meet you at your house. All right. Thought I had another one of them. Not sure what this is, but I'm pretty sure this is a Sudeth. I don't know the exact name. It's not. This is not a. Is not a gulp. It's very similar. Here we go. No hooks on it. No hooks or splits. I believe this is a foam bait. Toto likes that. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Toto. Number 40. All right, I'm gonna put some up here. It's pretty cool. I don't know who makes it. It is a prop bait. It looks like a bronze bee, but it's not. Look at this prop bait. This is a balsa prop bait. Big and fat guy. Don't know who makes this. It doesn't have Brian's name on it. Beautiful top water. Here we go. 15 seconds on this guy. I'll have to put some hooks and splits on it. But it would be nasty around some brim beds. This is a handmade bait too. Thank you, Tom. All right, let's change gears. You guys want to go to some deep divers, or we'll run the rest of the balsa I got or handmaids. Not sure the maker on this, but this is a nice looking little handmade, kind of almost a PD style slash gulp. I've got two different colors in this. Here we go, run this kind of baby bass. Here we go. If you know what it is, let me know. Love that bill. And it's going to cast like a tater chip because it's light as hell. I can tell you that. We're going to run another giveaway 8:30. Thank you, Darius. Put in your pile. Oh, we'll run this other one. It does have a little scuff right here. Let's have a little scuff right here. It's kind of like a Tennessee shad. Pretty sure this might be a Sudeth. I don't think that's foam. It may be foam. Doesn't feel like one. Darius racking up. Thank you, sir. All right. 3 coffin bills. These are James Marshall on the line cranks. They need cleaned up. Let's do this chartreuse black with a little gray back there. that coffin bill. So if you like a DT7 flat zoom tap, same similar as James Marshall built baits. Here we go. These are the last three I got, other than the one on my wall. Lord Gator said North Carolina made bandit. Interesting. It's a great looking bait. So Menendez told me he likes these post spawn when bass first get off the bank, not all the way on the ledges like on secondary points. And that's when he throws a tap. He likes that style. All right. Thank you, Jim. All right. Here's another one in kind of a blue glimmer, like very similar blue glimmer. It does have a few little places in the paint it needs to wipe down. Here we go. It's a great looking shad pattern right there. One thing I'll say about some of these older balsa baits, I really don't worry about if they look dirty or nasty. I think that's just part of it. Like, especially if you're going to display one, I want one that kind of is antique. Thank you, Toto. I'm not saying I authorize selling broken baits. They're not broken, but a lot of the handmade stuff, unless they're great clear coat, they just kind of patina like an antique. You guys might have some great packages coming. All right, last one of the James Marshall on the line. Chartreuse brownback. This one's pretty good shape. We do have a little dimple right here, which does happen with balsa baits. You can just put a little epoxy over that or nail polish, clear coat. You're good. Here we go. Also, you'll need some hooks and split rings. But if you'll notice this wire here, there's a wire in the bill. That's a line through. That means the line, a wire or wire through goes through the bait. Thank you, Darius. All right. I'm going to save this guy until I find out more information. I'm afraid it's got two signatures. It's got a signature on Steve. It's it. I don't want to say Brennan something. Maybe it's called the little Stevie. I don't know. I'll send a picture to Harris. I think that one needs to be stuck on the wall. I'll figure out who it is. All right. I'm going to take a bathroom break really quick, guys. Let's throw up another giveaway. I'm going to give another giveaway tonight. We're going to do a 6 cents L7 movement. And looky here, a black yellow dot hush frog. That's our third follower giveaway. Yeah, we'll do some lipless, David. That's a good call. We'll run that giveaway. I'm going to go take a potty break. I'll be back in about 30, 40 seconds. Guys, go ahead and get in that giveaway. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Lipless crankbaits have been called for. Let's see what we got in the lipless box. Oh, I got some calibers. Oh, there's a couple Rapalas I forgot about. Check out these. These are These are a pretty tough to find repel. I think it's a rip, not a rip stop. It's a repel flat wrap, maybe. I forgot the name. It's a flat something. Repel flats. Got two of them in here. Got one in a full shad pattern. Got some warts. There's a wigglewort KO. That's a good color. Oh yeah, we'll put some of these up here too. There's, these aren't pre-repel, but they're warts. That's a good looking yellow KO bait. All right, here's a couple lipless guys. Ripping flat wrap. Yeah, I think that's it. Ripping flat wrap. I got some. All right, OG. About some Lord Jensen sugar shad. Check that out. Gold black back. And then I've got another sugar shad here. See what these weigh. Half an ounce. All right. XR50 Excalibur. And then that ghost is in that ghost pearl or ghost melon shad. And then here we go. XR75 chrome blue back orange belly. How about some OG Bill Lewis red zones? OG red zones. Team Dawa's. Oh man, I got several of these. Team Dawa Vibration S. See how much this weighs. Half ounce. Dude, this one's got teeth marks on it. Here's some more Bill Lewis. I got a couple red eye chads in the package. OG. Just getting everything out of here. Whew. I love that Team Dawa. We're gonna run a few of these. Check out this TD vibration at. Got that purple. Ooh. Damn. That one's broke. Oh, this one's been weighted. Okay. I don't know what this is. Oh shit, that ain't Team Dawa. This is a Mega Bass. This is a Mega Bass Vibration X. Year 2000. Check that. Boom! Congratulations on that giveaway, buddy. Thank you, Boone. So this is a Mega Bass. My bad. That is a Mega Bass. Oh. Let me clean these up real quick. I knew that was an odd looking Team Dowel. Yeah, here's a Dowel. TD. There's another. Oh, I'll give that one away. I got two of these. Dude, let me clean it. Mega ass up. My cleaner. Trying to read the year those vibration X's were made. What the hell is my kid doing upstairs? Put all that play totally awesome on here. I think this says Megabass Vibration X 100, maybe? Huh. All right. We'll run them. You guys want the Megabass lipless? We'll run them. I got two of them. Got cleaned up good. There you go. Vibration X Mega Bass. I don't know the color. Don't ask me. But it is wrote down on here on the bottom. I don't know the year. 5/8 of an ounce. You can see it very, very faintly. Beautiful color, kind of like a tilapia. Here we go. Vibration X. This is an old one. They don't even make this bait anymore. I'm pretty sure they don't make a Vibration X, but it is a mega bass. No package either, by the way. Thank you, Marcus. See, that's why it's very important sometimes when you, yeah, it's definitely some Hasu color. When you buy these big lots, this was all in a big Ziploc bag. I busted it open and I didn't really go through it all. I just assumed they were Team Dowels. That's why it's very important to double check. What if that was like an ultra rare, like Hasu Waking Godzilla or something? All right, here's the other mega bass. This one is a beaut, Clark. Look at that. Do not know what color that is, but it is a. I should probably keep that, but I'm going to be impartial to it. So I don't throw a lot of mega bass. Look at that. Purple gold. Let's go. Vibration X, mega bass. Damn, that hook's sharp too. Probably in the package, these would probably be $30, $40 baits. Hype man, thank you, sir. That looks like a tilapia now. You know what that really looks like, hype man? A copper nosed bluegill. A little male. Looks like mine. Heard that. Heard that. Go big orange. All right. Uh Here we go. Team Dava lipless. Team Dava Vibration S. I might have some TD jerkbait somewhere. Team Dava Vibration S. Damn, I need to cut my nails. Marcus, thank you, sir. Number 49. I am going to try to run a show. Probably Marcus is unlike the Silver Baiters. What's up, Tackle Shack? I'm going to try to run a daytime show, move more jigs, soft plastics. Unless you guys want some soft plastics here toward the end of the show, it's just I got to get more shipping supplies. It's tough running soft plastics and shipping them with hard baits. This is another Vibration S Team Dial. These sound great. I've got a chartreuse and purple one somewhere. Hell yeah. A platinum baiter. Team Dial Vibration S. Then I'll move a couple rattle traps. I might have some OG traps in the package actually. Thank you, Scott. Oh, I forgot. I got these Excalibur. Who's up for the one? Who's up for the knockers? We up for an OG one knocker? I am. Always up for some knockers. I should get Jordan over at Kentucky Lake Thread Company. Put an XR 50 on there. I love knockers. Show me your knockers. That's right. Here we go. Let's do a pair of rattle traps here. This is a color called strawberry. I don't know if they make this one anymore. It's a red with some white belly, silver glitter, and then this I forgot. This is some kind of red shad, I believe. Ooh, royal shad knocker. Ooh, good idea. Good idea. Yep, red shad. 2 half-ounce OG traps. Here we go. Might be either cherry bomb or strawberry, one of the two. Moving them as a pair. Thank you, David. I've thrown that one with the silver flake in it before. It catches. You know what they should call that one? It's Code Red. Oh, DT3. No, Jason, I don't. I'm done the fat three or the flat three. I don't have either one of them, by the way. Two half-ounce red zone rattle traps. I love these back in the day. I feel like the plastic was different in these. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll try to look. If I find any, I will post them on whatnot. Red zone rattle trap with the prism. We got one with the neon blue and then the neon green. These are discontinued, by the way. Here we go. We'll run them as a pair. These red zones sound different. You know what that? Got a different sound than a regular trap. What are my kids doing? Good grief. It's WWE out there. Thank you, Marcus. I tell you what I do have is I've got some big 1 ounce and 1.5 ounce Milos. You know, if you know what I'm talking about, the David Fritz lipless. And I've got some Magnum rattle traps as well. Like the big giant rattle trap. All right. Speaking of, about an XR 75 one knocker OG Excalibur chrome blue back orange belly 15 seconds. Let's go. OG. Need that on that hat. I do come across some magwarts. I've got a few, David. Not in here with me, but I do have a few. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle D. Kyle D's Baits. You know what? I've got some of them that were painted by James Marshall. I will grab the box in just a second, Buzzbait. Let me run a few over here. All right, Pearl Melon. This is an XR50. XR50, pretty good shape. Got a little dirt on it. And DNA to get it off. This is a good color. Ghost Pearl. Or Ghost Shad. Here we go. XR50. This is not the one knocker. This is the XR50. It's a really good color. He paints some good stuff, man. Thank you, 513. Great guy right there, Mr. 513 Plumbing. Him and Buzzbait, they've been around. They're good guys. A lot of guys in here have been with me since the YouTube days of almost 10 years ago. Maybe more than that. Anybody in here hanging around in the Facebook Live from the kitchen of my old house days with Bateman Jr.? All right, this is two old school Lord Jensen sugar shads. These are one of the best shallow water liplets. Terry Bolton told me about these things a long time ago. Got a really unique sound. Listen how that different tone. Really good bait. Lord Jensen Pre Rapala. I mean, they're not super pretty, but they are great over the top of grass and in shallow flats. So I've got this one. It's just kind of a faded gold black back, and then I've got this gold black, real gold orange belly. Here we go. Run them both. Two OG sugar shads. And then I'm gonna go dig for them Milos real quick, see if I can't find them. Yes, sir. That was a long time ago. Still, that's one of the most viewed live streams I've ever done. Was with Matt Allen. That was a great. And Matt and Tim don't do those streams. I think they did a podcast with Mercer one time, and that's it. Hopefully, I get to see those guys here at the East Tennessee Fishing Show. I will be there. Damn. All right. Gonna go do some digging real quick. Give you just a second. Oh man, we're down another day. Who knows what I find over here? Damn, plenty of jigs. Sure. That what that is? Oh, yeah, more rattle traps. Good colors. Thank you. Okay. Top water. We ain't running on top water tonight. Oh, hell yeah. Let's run a couple of these. What the hell is this? Let's run this guy. Run this as well. I found some toppers we're going to run, including a custom painted P70. How about a KVD jerk bait? Here. BALSA. Pose? What a pose? Hell yeah, we'll run that pose. Cool. Oh, where's the discontinuer power? Close it out pretty good. I gotta find these. Oh, hell yeah. All right, I've got some Milos here. I've got a few more random baits we can run as well. I got to wrap her up because I got to be a moderator for Milliken fishing. People get out of hand and his whatnots, and I got to set them straight. Check this out. These are all the big Cordell super spots. Check out this. Look at this Milo. Chartreuse and blue. I have a feeling it was on Nickajack or south end of Kentucky Lake. And check this one out. Ooh, ooh. That is a James Marshall paint job right there. And it's got the knocker. It's got some knocker to it. Big knockers. We love big knockers. And look at this guy. Now this one's got the rattles in it. And then how about here's the cotton Cordell version. There's that big guy, 1 ounce. We'll run some of those. And I got some other random stuff. So here we go. Let's run this. This is the cotton Cordell. I'll tell you the weight on it. Thanks. Terror. Put it on my weight scale. 1.5 ounce. 1.5 ounces the cotton Cordell. It is called the hot spot, cotton Cordell hot spot, 1.5 ounce. Here we go. Big guy. I don't think they make these anymore. Battery getting low too. Oh, thank you, little Rich. I'm getting low on bags. I don't know much about them. All I know is David Fritz whooped their ass on Kentucky Lake. All right, here's the Milos. Do this one. This is kind of that taco salad color. Chartreuse green, a little brown back, full rattling version. Pretty sure this is a James Marshall paint job. Cold Trickle. Yeah, that's a good name. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you guys. Phil Hunt's making us some custom balsa baits exclusively for Whatnot. Thank you, Kyle. So we're going to do two colors. I texted him the colors. We're going to do oats. We're going to do two throwback bandit colors. Chartreuse purple, uh, of course. The bandit version. We're going to do it in the flat side and the hunting pea. And then we're going to go back and do a tequila crawl, which is a great bandit color. A lot of people love tequila crawl in the flat pea and the hunting pea. So I'm only going to do half a dozen in each color in both sizes, and they'll be exclusive to Whatnot. Actually, I'm going to order one of each color for myself or a couple for myself, but they'll be exclusive to Whatnot. They'll drop on here. I'm just going to tell you guys they're added pinned to the shop. And you buy them. Once they're gone, they're gone. And if it goes well, we're going to do a custom color drop every 3 months. Phil's been talking to me. Great guy, builds awesome bait. So I'll take any kind of color suggestions. I'm going to do a new root beer and call it Code Red. I'm going to do a root beer with a red flake instead of the green flake, and we'll call it Code Red. Root beer chartreuse with red flake. Yep, that's it. All right, a couple more of these Milos. Chartreuse blue. The only one I got, too. Here we go. Only one I got from chartreuse blue. I think this one does not weigh an ounce. And it's got some silver flake in it as well. Thank you, Buzz Bait. Last one. Now, this is the knocker version. It's got triple grips. Big knocker in here. I wonder if this was modified for knocker. All right, here we go. Beautiful bait. Run. Here we go. Woo. Man, that's some knockers. I would call this the double D for double digits or however. Thank you, Buzz Bait. Number 59. So here's what I'm thinking, guys. I may do a 24-hour Whatnot stream. If I take a break, so next Sunday, I'm going to take a break till at least the New Year's. I'm going to run some stuff during the day. It's just random stuff. And then I'll run next Sunday night. And then I'm going to take a break till at least New Year's. If they do, sometimes Whatnot runs like low commission on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. If they do that, I may do a 24-hour Whatnot stream. It's very possible. Mm. How about a little pose? A little chartreuse, kind of baby bass pose. I believe this is a pose 400. Here we go. Little pose. Go. Dust on it. Oh, that DNA took it right off. Little Pose 400. Chartreuse baby bass. I don't know. Phil Rich should take it down for $2. Make you holla. You rich. I've got a Pose Elite. Good deal. Now, Pose aren't as valuable as some other wood baits, but there are guys that collect. How about this for Pala? Here's a DT16 and Fire Tiger, and this is the old Fire Tiger. DT16. Here we go. DT16. Sure set. I think they quit making this color Fire Tiger. I could be wrong. Dude, I'll be selling all kinds of baits. Thank you, Warren. All right, how about some little top water to close it out and a couple of Rapala, whatever they call these things. All right, this looks like, I don't know. It's just random. It looks like a KVD splash or something like that. It's got some good rattles with it. Could be somebody painted over a Rico. I don't know, but we'll run this thing. There could be some insane deals. Yeah, the paint's a little crackle in there, but it's kind of a bone brown. I mean, whatever. The feather treble's worth at least $1. I know that. Thank you, Scott. And guys, if you've bought anything, we'll run the buyer's giveaway in just a minute. As soon as I get done here, we'll run the buyer's giveaway. Next up is a custom painted P70. Custom painted P70. Here we go. See how big that sucker is? Yeah, that is definitely a P70. It's been custom painted. It's got some gold glitter on the bottom. Nice shad pattern. Big feathered hook. And you can hear that knocker. Here we go. P70 custom paint. Last one I got, actually. And this is a good looking bait. Big old popper. Y'all don't let Levi get it. He don't need no more P70s. Levi took it down. Levi's like me. He's got more baits than he knows what to do with. Good for the Okeechobee. Tell you what else is good for Okeechobee is a bomber long A. Little piece of fishing history here. Kevin Van Dam Excalibur or bomber suspending long A in clown. And guess who? And there's his name. Yes, he was sponsored by Pradco before Strike King. Here you go. 15 seconds. Pro autograph. KVD long A. Blue Knight. He also had a Rogue with his name on it as well. Thank you, Jim. All right, we'll wind it down. Will we get to 6-7? We're at 6-4. Can we get to 6-7? Damn, Excalibur Troubles will get your ass. I hear my daughter running out here. She heard 6-7. Guarantee you. All right. Here's some straight up warts. New wart. I ran the DTs, Eric. I ran the DT. Yeah, dog. TK is here. What's up, TK? All right, here's a new wart. Not sure the color. We're going to run it. New wiggle wart. Not sure the color. We'll run it. It's not an OG. This is a storm wart. Really good color, though. I like that. I'm just going to put it out here. Thank you, Warren. Actually, for fishing, the new warts are actually pretty decent. Thank you, Warren. You unlock bronze. You'll get 10% off your next purchase. And that runs TK. We ran all the eaters tonight. Dude, actually, me and Levi have talked about me flying over. Thanks, man. Since you're in here, let me run the room by you real quick. Well, I got TK in here. I don't think he's seen all this. So TK, here's my chartreuse and purple. Can you name who made that bait, TK? Not the Lucky Craft, but that one. So this is my chartreuse and purple collection. There's the old Jackal Aska, one of the best square bills ever made, also discontinued. Uh, Balsa, Balsa, mm, Extreme Balsa or something like Balsa Concept. I do got some Normans. Let's just put it this way. This guy makes jigs too. A TO 1.5 Strike King Chartreuse and Purple. That's Matt Pangrax. I got to ship it to him. Look at this OG Bandit, TK. That is Jank Juice 25 years ago. And then the 6 Cents version, Rapala, Excalibur. That's a tough glass fat wrap to find. And there's a catching concept back here. Now, here's the DB3s, TK, I've been collecting. There's a Dazzler. Look at this chrome purple. Look at this straight up perp. And that purple silver. Some of the foil DB3s. There's a wedge bill. BALSA B1 wedge bill. Dude, let's sauce up. Let's look. How about some jank sauced? I'll I'll tell you what I got. I've got a bunch of baits that have been pre-primed. I will send you. There's minus ones, all kinds. And here's just random prop baits and stuff. There's a Wee. So, or that's a AC Shiner, and then here's a Wee prop bait. Oh yeah. By the way, I got some new knives. Check out that purple bone case knife. Bought that off Whatnot. And then check out the bass, the case trapper. Any DT flats? Nah, not right now. And then, all right, here you go, TK. This is a sauced up Jane juice. Look at that. That is a Oliver. I got a bass case. Sure do. I just showed it. Look at that MVP back there. I think that's a Randy Gross. Yeah. Dude, that glitter is nasty. And then there's a Wally G. I need some more Wallies, to be honest with you. But that is kind of my. There's a Wee. Look at that. Pete Reynolds right there, TK. Don't I love that chartreuse and blue. There's some more Petey's. This one might be even rare. This might be the rarest one I got, to be honest with you. And then just a bunch of randos. There's Craig Powers down there as well. Look at that laser lure. Holy smokes. And then else has got an Ozark Shad Super Spook Junior? That's the only one I've ever seen. And it's not going nowhere. Got the little teckles. But yeah, here's the bass case knife right here. I got that one. Or show the paperweights quick, okay? So this is the big version. And Fish Everything will be at the East Tennessee Fishing Show. And then there's the smaller one. I like this smaller one. It chops really, really good. This one's more of a wide glider. There's some good deals on case knives here and whatnot, that's for sure. So yeah, that's kind of my start. And then look at that, TK. Look at that Coulter. Dude's sick. By the way, there's a prototype Splashback 70. All right. We got about 10 minutes for Milliken. Let's run a few more baits. Yeah, that's if they're on the wall, I'm not fishing with those. I do fish with eaters. Etters, I got a ton of them. Let's run these little Rapala. What were these called again? Let's run these both at the same time. Little flat wraps, maybe. I got two of them. One's a silver full, and then one's a chrome black back. Let's run these two. Flat rip and wrap. Here we go. Got two of them. I saw some guy flipping these on Facebook the other day, but I mean, whatever. I don't care. Flip them back on whatnot. David, he'll take it down. 250 a piece. Appreciate you. All right. NFL red zone needs to turn off. Let's put the Cowboys on real quick. Got one more popper, and I think I'm done for the night. Let's go ahead and put that. Oh, shit. I forgot to do the buyer's giveaway. God dang it. I tell you what, I'm going to run a follower giveaway. I forgot to do buyer's giveaway in here. I'm running this follower giveaway number 4. So somebody in the show will get a prototype 6 cents. This is the Grass Pump 50 gold reactor. Damn it. I always forget. If I run the buyer's giveaway now, you're only eligible if you just bought if you buy something after right then. All right, check this. I don't know who makes this, but this is a beautiful little popper. It's followers. I'm sorry. I didn't I didn't make a buyers on I don't know why I didn't, but this is the pump grass. It's a prototype. So any glide baits, Caden? No, sir. I'm out of glides. The ones behind me are NFS. All right, last little auction bait. Look at this little popper. It's a beaut. I don't know who makes this. Maybe it's an owner cultiva popper. I'm not sure. Tsunami. There we go. Mr. Kaufman, thank you, sir. Well, everybody get in, try to win that 6 cents. And then I am going to go watch football and get these labels printed. I won't be able to ship tomorrow. Just shout out to my wife. She has got a procedure she's having done tomorrow. She's a little nervous about it. I don't think it's anything bad. She's just having a colonostomy, but I'm going to take her and then bring her back. Got my hair cut today. I am looking kind of TK-ish right now. I actually feel like I'm looking like Trevor from Grand Theft Auto, to be honest with you. It's what my my son said, Dad, you look like Trevor on Grand Theft Auto. I'm not sure that's a compliment, bud. But I'm going to try to actually get a YouTube video done this week. My first, I guess we're going to call it, I guess, debate cast, which it's really not a podcast, but I feel like a 10 to 12-minute weekly, semi-weekly update on the tackle world, fishing world. Also thought about calling debate and bass, debate and bass. Talk about baits in the bass fishing world. Topic 1 is the best cold water crankbait. We're going to talk about shad wraps and other baits forgotten for cold water fishing. Talk about what's going on Kentucky Lake, 29-pound bag. What bait was it caught on? And where is technology going with crankbaits? Why have we not seen anything amazingly different in the crankbait world in a while? It seems like old school is back. No problem, Scott. I appreciate you. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and run that giveaway. If you're not in the giveaway for the prototype 6 cents grass pump, here we go. We're gonna draw a wiener. Let's go. It's going to David Zykas, and he was a buyer, so it worked out. Thank you, David, so much tonight. Guys, I'll be back on next Sunday. I'm probably gonna try to run Wednesday or Thursday during the day. I got a ton of soft plastics we need to move here. Look at all these soft plastics. I've got tons of Zoom, net bait, Yum. We got flukes, swimming flukes, all kinds of stuff. And then I've got chatterbaits, football jigs, all kinds of stuff. We're gonna run that during the day. You guys have a good one. I'm gonna send y'all to somebody, and then go check out Ben Milliken. Uh, if you want to go to one of Ben's deals, I'll send y'all to old Justin. He's a good guy.